First national of the year actually started off pretty well for me. Usually I'm very nervous and ride pretty shaky in the beginning, but I think the super trial last weekend kind of calmed the nerves a little bit. I did put a lot of pressure on myself. I know the kids are getting good and getting close, so I really wanted to ride as good as I could, and overall really happy with my riding. Just had a few points here and there. First loop I had a 1 on number 2 and then a 2 on number 4, and then my ride of the day was probably section 4 on the second loop. I was able to clean it, and it was probably the trickiest one. Really a lot of jumbled rocks with some mud and just really hard to hold your line, but cleaning that one felt pretty good. And other than that, I was able to clean each section at least one time, and feeling pretty confident in my riding, and hopefully I can keep it up.
Yeah, first pro event was pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with my results, even though I had a couple minor mistakes here and there. That I was only off with Alex, only 3 points, and so yeah, I thought I did pretty good in these wet, slippery conditions, considering I'm from Arizona and all we have is dry rocks. But yeah, I'm pretty happy, and we still have tomorrow to go, so we'll see how that goes.
Starting off the day went pretty well. I felt good. I felt like I belonged in the class. That's most important. But throughout the loop, I had 1 or 2 sections every loop that caught me out and gave me a lot of points that I shouldn't have had, but silly mistakes that got in my way. And the class was super tight today. I think from 4th to 7th place was 8 points difference, so it's super tight, but happy to make it through the day, and hopefully the upcoming days will be better.
Went rough, definitely not the results I was expecting. Started out like a super bad first lap, just I think I had 30 points the first loop, and then got a little better the second lap, and the third lap I was finally riding pretty decent, and then I had 6 points going into section 11 and 12, and then I 5-11, which I've been riding well all day, and then 3-12. So it's a really big bummer that it started that way. I think I ended up 6 overall. Really not what I was expecting, but there's always tomorrow and the rest of the rounds, so keep pushing.
Today was a rough day. Didn't go quite as I had hoped, even though I had some really good rides. I ended up finishing last. It just seemed like I couldn't put a whole section together. I do one obstacle really well, but the next one I'd struggle on it. So that was a big bummer, and it was a little frustrating. But I had a lot of fun, and they were great sections, and one day out of the year it's okay to have a bad day, and so I'm excited for tomorrow and to keep going on in the seasons.
It was good. I felt pretty solid riding all day, for the most part consistent. There was just a few sections, 2 sections that got me and made a big difference, and I just need to clean things up a little bit for tomorrow, and I'll be right there.
Saturday started off a little bit rough for me. I had a 13-point first lap, and I felt like I couldn't quite find my groove, and I was riding really tense. But my second loop came, and I gained confidence, and I was way looser on the bike, so I half my score with a 6-point second lap, and then my third lap came around, and I was feeling just as good as I was feeling on my second lap, and it came around to a 10-point lap. So just a few stupid marks here and there that I know that I can clean up for Sunday.
Started off pretty slow. I rolled my ankle in probably section 4, and it's kind of a reoccurring injury, and after that it was real tough to get back on my line, but the day did start to pick up, started to dry out, and definitely can work on some more consistency. But sections were right there, good riding, and happy with it.
Today was very stressful for me. I ended up cleaning the full first loop, and I felt really good on the bike, really solid and confident, but after cleaning them all, I didn't really know how anyone else was doing, but I know they're riding really well this year, and I knew I had to try to stay perfect. Luckily I was able to do that, but each section as the day went on just got more and more stressful for me. It's a constant mental battle when you know you can't clean everything, and I really put a lot of pressure on myself to clean everything, but it feels really good to finish the day with a clean day and riding well enough to beat these guys who are all stepping it up and riding well this year.
I couldn't be happier with my result today. I learned some stuff from yesterday. Getting a 7th place wasn't quite where I wanted to be, so I looked forward to today and just took it section by section, really just focused on each individual section and everything I had to do inside of those sections to get the best possible score, and I whittled my way down in the points. My second loop wasn't so great, but I came back with a really strong third loop with 2 points. I couldn't be happier with my results for a second place.
Today was pretty good for me. I was able to stay pretty consistent today, and I'm actually pretty happy with my results. I was able to find a groove today, and I kind of stuck with it. And it was nothing too special today, and I kept my mindset really straight, and pretty happy with today's results. And we'll see what next weekend has to bring.
Today was a good day for me. I still had a few mistakes that I need to clean up. Section 1, I took a 3 and a 5 and then cleaned my last loop, and everyone else is cleaning it, so those 8 points really hurt me, pushed me off the podium to 6th place. Congrats to all the other riders, it's been a lot of fun. I just want to say that, the sport's competing against these guys is a dream come true, and we're all really good friends. It's fun to go out there and ride against each other, and it's a really good time. Big shout out to the Nebraska Trials Club here. They put on a great event, had some great sections, it was a lot of fun. Looking forward to going to Minnesota and continuing on the momentum from last to 6th.
Just another slow starting day. Actually, the whole day was slow, just making mistakes. I think I had 2 5s each loop that were just honestly dumb, and I couldn't figure out one of the sections. I think section 9. For some reason, I couldn't get the intro rock, and when you get 30 out of your 40-something, 42 points or whatever in 5s, it's kind of hard to make it up. Just kind of upset with the weekend. I feel like I put in a lot of work coming into this, and it didn't reflect. So I'm hoping that maybe it was just the style of the sections that wasn't vibing with me, or the terrain, and that hopefully next week in Minnesota we can make up some ground and improve on that. So just looking for a better weekend.
Sunday wasn't so great. My riding it's still there, but I just struggle to keep it together and be consistent, and kind of the same thing as yesterday. Just a few sections just got me, and yeah, not the way I wanted it to go, but I'm still motivated to do better every weekend.
Sunday was a pretty good, solid day for me. Started off a little bit shaky on the first lap with 10 points. I had a dumb 5 in section number 7, and that I could have prevented, and I cleaned it on my last lap actually, but I was really happy to come out with a 3-point second loop and a 2-point last loop to top off the day with 15 points and take the win. And I was really happy with how my minder and I, Adam Blumhorst, we worked together, and how my bike performed. It was working great, and I was having a lot of fun.
It was a lot better than yesterday. Ankle started feeling a little bit better. I had some really good rides, really proud of them, but just the consistency was a little bit off, so just something to work on for the next Minnesota, but really good. I'm liking it. Bike works perfectly. Can't thank the team enough.
And first place in the expert class, Will Myers. In second place, Kylie Sweeten. In second place, Alexander Myers. And first place with a clean day, Pat Smage.